Care, rehabilitate, and educate are the words splashed across the top of the Joytown Special Primary School building. This motto is the noble dream of many and has been enjoyed intermittently over the years. Joytown is a place of hope for many disabled children and their families. Today there are over 320 primary students at Joytown. It is one of the few schools in Kenya where the handicapped, even the severely handicapped, can hope to begin a new life. In 1989, my daughter and I made an unannounced visit to Joytown. It is located in the town of Thika in central Kenya. I had heard of the school, but I had never seen the school. We arrived shortly before lunch, and we found ourselves sitting on a bench opposite the dining hall when the bell was rung inviting the students to lunch. We saw all types of children struggling to make their way to the dining hall. Some came on crutches, some came with decrepit braces, others rode in wheelchairs in various stages of disrepair. Some were pushed by their handicapped classmates, many of whom were only slightly better physically than the children they were pushing. Their uniforms were often torn and sometimes wet. Most wore a smile. Many were laughing. Should I have expected anything different from Joytown? My heart was deeply touched. I leaned over to my daughter, who's called Bethany, and whispered, "We could improve the lives of 85% of these children." And that is the way it began. That was over 18 years ago. And through our work, probably 350 to 500 of the children there have had operations to improve their lives. Many have had new braces and wheelchairs. Some have had some basic therapy. During past years, the government has supplied therapists and a nurse. Kenya is changing now. In 2009, no therapist was assigned, and the disabled at Joytown had no consistent, acceptable therapy. In the midst of this, the motto for Joytown has been unintentionally shortened to care and educate. Let me Kenyanize some of what has occurred at Joytown. The average Kenyan earns less than $1, yes, $1 American per day, and they attempt to survive on this. Thus, we often see children in tattered uniforms, and often with only one uniform. Students with these disabilities often arrive late each term due to an inability to find public transport. School fees that include room and board are about $200 per student per school year. If we assume that the school year is 9 months or 270 days, the school hopes to conduct its program on less than 75 US cents per day per student. I am told that about 2/3 of these families are not able to pay the full fee. I would guess that the school gets by on about 50 cents per day per student. In January of 2010, Bethany Kids Africa began a cooperative effort with the Joytown Board. Our efforts to provide physical help are being fulfilled through the program provided by our 5 therapists and 2 therapy assistants. Our desire is to help children at Joytown maximize their potential, their physical, academic, and spiritual potential. Between May and October of 2010, Francisca, our spina bifida teacher and children's mentor, led over 50 of the students at Joytown to Jesus Christ.
Some of them go to church, but they don't know about salvation. But we thank God because He used us in a special way to bring them to the glory. And I know when you go to heaven, you can see them walking and praising God. And that's our happiness here in Joytown, to see them having joy of the salvation of the Lord Jesus Christ.
In the future, we anticipate helping in other ways also. We hope to do this through adding more therapists, house mothers, and possibly even a nurse. We have had visitors coming to help provide better wheelchairs for many of the students. Others have come to renovate the library. We hope to have more regular visits by an orthopedic technologist. We have refurbished a room that will soon be used as a laundry. Up until now, all of the clothes and linen have been washed by hand. Can this cooperative effort continue to grow? We believe so. We hope so. Much has already been accomplished, and we are excited about the future. Would you like to help?